I blast the fool because he's a tool who should have stayed in school, and he drools just like he makes new rules. And I soaked my necklace like a bloke who wears a cloak, and he croaks just like a great big dope with no hope. And that was all she wrote. But don't quote when I write a poem that fills up a tome. Just like the Pope and soap on a rope who are about to drop. Just like the clock and David Hasselhoff, who's caught in a mosh and eats his moth applesauce from Oshkosh Bagosh. And he ain't about to take a loss, so he gets his salad tossed. Just like what's poppin'. I'll eat up all your pasta. Call me an imposter. I'm at the top of your roster with the salad topper, the head lopper, the showstopper, and the cropper from the mopper and the flopper who hits you like Doppler. And put that in your hopper. And try not to be the rag sopper. Who is an old hag with a full mag from the crag, who never lags, but his pants drag when they sag. And I've got it in the bag just like I tag. Like I'm a stag who is really bad, and I'm the best you've ever had. Call me just a tad. I am the young lad who ain't sad, but I can get rad. But not mad. Just like the fad. And I'm boasting with the roasting, with the host, with the most, who makes toast just like he's from the left coast. And he doesn't poach with the roach like he just pinched a loaf because he's a big oaf. So ride and coach with your brooch. And eat Stouffer's lasagna just like the umbrella. Ella Rihanna, who gets torn asunder by the Hummer Bummer, and there ain't no one under or younger, who fumbles, stumbles, and tumbles just like he crumbles and mumbles. And he doesn't get any dumber than when he picks up his dumbbells, even in the summer, with his lumber, and follow the mother. She is like the otter who's as strong as Fort Sumter, and does the most difficult endeavor in any weather, and everything else I sever, because I am quite clever. Never better. Just like if you're depressed, I suggest you stop pressing the D, because you roll with the best and you wouldn't settle for nothing less, including the rest. So don't smoke that cess or be about that mess. You dress to impress, and never be hesitant with the guess. But I do ditest or digress. I fret, net, and jet, just like the amender, return to sender, rendering them a different color. And from the fender bender and the mind blender who eats the chicken tenders with his belly, who loves spaghetti, and he breaks the jetty with the levee, just like the crocker known as Betty. But you might as well forget it, just like I said it, because you know I never indebted it, just like y'all take the credit. With my teddy, who is wet and ready. Just like I let it and go get it. You're the one who read it. But you're still the number one kid who does his bid with the sloth named Sid, and gets rid of the sudden infant death syndrome SIDS, who pops the lid and he is with his friend until the end. But all my items are on lend. Just like I'm extravagant, militant, diligent, deliberate, and heaven sent with intent to invent a stent to help Clark Kent, who is awfully pent and who needs to pay his rent. Just like it makes a dent. And it doesn't bend. Just like the honorable mention from my henchmen who are wrenching and benching. The sustenance to be living and surviving, thriving and arriving, just like you're raving and behaving, you need to be shaving. Just like you get paid and make the grade and get laid, all to see another day and drive your Cadillac Escalade in the shade with the sway. And by the way, you reach your heyday when I throw my haymakers. With the flavor saver and the gravy ladle, little lady, somebody come save me and say your prayers. I'm the player hater. Enough to put you through the cheese grater. But I'm much greater. While I still wouldn't date you, just like the dainty pastry from the hullabaloo. And Timbuktu, who knows how to tie his shoes with the glue, and he will not lose because he knows about poo. And Eeyore, Piglet, Kanga, and Roo, and Tiger too, who doesn't drink the booze because it's in cahoots with the stew. And y'all say boo when I moo.